versus not successful is just a couple of things. It's perseverance, right? Do you just give up at the first sign of whatever? Or do you keep going because you know what's coming up? Do you go forward only when the stars are all aligned and everything looks like it's going to be perfect? Or do you go forward in spite of it when it doesn't look so good, right? How do you respond when it doesn't look good? Do you keep going? And what's going to set you apart is success is where opportunity meets preparedness. If you're prepared, and then there's the opportunity. There's that factor that you can't put into play. So I told you I was in those car accidents. What that did is it made me really reevaluate my life. I was doing good stuff, deputy city attorney for the city of North Miami Beach, and I was comfortable. But then I realized I was called to do more than this. This is not why I went to law school. I want to help people on a larger scale. And as an attorney, what I do is I advise people. I advise the council on what they should do, right? I give a recommendation, but at the end of the day, it's their choice. It's their choice. If I say you need to go right and they want to go left, guess what? They're going left. If I say this, and that decision they make, it's whether they're informed or uninformed, whether they're right or wrong. It doesn't matter, it's their decision. And the same thing, as an advocate, whether it's with the Haitian Lawyers Association, of which I was past president, and so is Marie-Jo Toussaint, and a couple of other folks. So we advocate for people to do some things that are good for the community. We're asking them to do the right thing for the people that they're supposedly supposed to represent. But you know what? Same thing. They get to do whatever the heck they want to do, whether or not it's good for the community. So I'm running because I'm sick and tired of begging people to do the right thing. I'd rather just have a seat at the table to get it right myself, because there's too much at stake. When you think about what's going on in Tallahassee and Washington, D.C., even right here locally, these are things that are having long-term ramifications for generations to come. And people are asleep at the wheel, or they just don't care. Or they might not just have the right training to do what they need to do. We need people at the table who care about us, number one, who are articulate and can understand the issues and persuade people in a way that's good for us. And we don't have that right now. So that's why I'm running, and I'm going to ask for your support. There are going to be some little flyers that I'm going to leave behind. Please take a picture and share. Everything from little donations help. People ask, okay, what's the district? The district encompasses the west side of North Miami, goes up to Golden Glades, goes down to Liberty City, down to 54th Street, hits 95, shoots down to 37th Street, goes all the way to Biscayne Bay, comes up. It includes Miami Shores, El Portal, Biscayne Park, right? All of that is in that district. And that's my alarm telling me it's time to go, because I've had like 4 events today. Can you just turn that on for me? Right. Little Haiti is part of it. All of that part of the city of Miami is all part of that seat. And you know, we as a community talk about what's going on with these politicians, but we have to understand how these elections work. They cost money. I sat down with my campaign person the other day, and he wrote out a budget, right? And there was a bootleg budget and a real budget. You know how much the bootleg budget was? Like $90,000. One mailer cost like 10 grand. It's right. And I was like, I think I just had a mini heart attack. But I tell you this because that's how you can conceptualize how people can be influenced by groups like the NRA. They can be influenced by fill-in-the-blank groups, right? Because if they're throwing a $50,000 check at you, that's how many less phone calls you need to beg people to ask money for, right? So what I'm encouraging us to look at is our community who needs to put the people in office to defend our community, right? And if we don't do that, nobody else will. So you have a little form, it has my information on there if you want to share with people in my district, because it's the votes that count, but it's the money that helps me reach the voters. So if you want to just contribute, even if you're not in the district, that's useful too. But that's my plug. I think I have 1 minute for questions. Any questions? Because otherwise I'm going to have to run out. I apologize. Yes, no, maybe? Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Enchantée Marlène.
Merci.
Merci pour l'invitation. Bon, non, moi c'est Doti Joseph. Je fais au Cap. Papa, c'est Pasteur Gonel. Maman, c'est Marguerite. Mon premier, c'est un avocat et une éducatrice de carrière. Ça veut dire que je fais dans le service public. C'est ça que je fais depuis longtemps. mal étudié dans Yale University, Georgetown Law, des gros écoles, président passé dans yo. Mais c'est pas ça qui est important. Ça qui est important, c'est que comme c'est pour le peuple là.
C'est ça.
Et c'est seulement cause par nous m'a défendre. Pas gain aucun autre intérêt, pas gain intérêt business, m'a chercher, et il faut suivre ça. Là où moun a demandé pour voter, qui intérêt a garder? Qui ça a joué dans la situation? Moi-même, celle ça m'a joué, c'est pour me défendre cause peuple. C'est pour ça me fait, c'est pour ça m'a l'école, and that's all I'm doing.
Hi everyone. I don't know, not many of you might know me, but I'm Maya Hippolyte. I am a cosmetic chemist, but first of all, the founder and creator of Morgana's Alchemy. This is my own line of skincare that I created around 12 years ago, but I've been in the industry for over 25 years. So we have been talking about empowerment and especially for women. And of course, you know, first thing I have to tell you as a person, my personal of who I am, is that I am a divorced mom, single with 3 kids. So I've been divorced for 12 years, so that means that I raised my kids mostly since my youngest was about 3 years old. So anyway, I have still managed to get through, create this business, and now I distribute my beauty products to over 12 countries around the world. Every year I make it a point, I give myself a goal to introduce to 3 new countries. So this year, recently started in Jamaica, we're all over Europe, and we're growing and we're growing. But these things that I have accomplished, I always think of myself, well, how is it that you keep determination, you keep working hard? How is it that you can still, even through all of the trials and tribulations that may happen? Because trust me, you see, we show you the beauty. I tell you, okay, I'm in 12 different countries, this is all great, but do I tell you about what I have to go through to get to that opening in life? And I could sit there sometimes and I can tell you that I will hide so I can cry, because it can be so hard. People being in business, people will make promises to you, and I can tell you, until you see that money in your bank account, don't believe it, okay? You have to just say, okay, things are going to happen, some of it is going to actually go through, and some of it is not. But you need to have that objective to know that you keep moving forward, and as long as you keep moving forward, something is gonna break through. How did I become this person? Because they tell you that in life, in order to live a longer, more healthy life, I don't know if any of you ever watch the TED Talks. They're very good. I watched one recently that said that there's a study that recently came out, and that the key to having a healthy, long life is, I'm sure that you all thinking, okay, diet, exercise, all those nice things, no smoking. Do you know where those ranked in compared to what's the number 1? They ranked in the number 11 and 10. What's the number 1 that you might think that it might be? It's your social interactions with people. It's your relationships with people, okay? And myself, I was raised by my grandmother. And every time I think of my business and how far I've come in life, it's because I've had my grandmother as an example. One of the strongest women I've ever met. And in Haiti, what determined it for me was growing up in Haiti until I was about age 16 or so. Things were all rosy and peachy, or it seemed to be, because we were living under a dictatorship. That year that Mr. Duvalier got thrown out, everything in Haiti turned to craziness. Ended up that we were in the middle of a revolution while I was in my last year of high school. And there was something going on where they were threatening the lives of the students who wanted to go to the baccalaureate, which is your last phase of having to go through high school, where you go to a special school to go take a test. And rocks were being thrown. They had barricades, burning fire all over the place, even had to pass a dead body. That's something that you will never forget, is the burning flesh of somebody who got lit up with a tire and some gas. So the government is telling us, we don't care, you need to show up for the exams, doesn't matter. And the people who were doing all of the stuff were just like, go ahead and try, because if you go, we're actually going to get violent against you. So, end up having to go with my mother, my aunt, a friend of the family, 2 cousins, all get in the car with me to go take this exam. When I get to the school, my friends run up to me, Maya, guess what? Tu ne vas jamais croire. Who is the substitute teacher? I'm like, I don't know. Your grandmother, she already registered, she's here, she's inside. And thanks to that, we're all gonna be able to sit and take our exams. My grandmother had already taken the road an hour before to make sure that because her granddaughter was still gonna go take her exam, she was gonna be there. And that's strength, okay? Because sometimes we surely have to get our strength from someplace. And we need to look at who's a good example around us to find out what we can become. Because when we don't have that personal relationship with someone, whether it be, you can be with your neighbor, whoever it is that you choose that's a role model to help you along in life, and you will be able to make it. Because this study really shocked me. Because I'm thinking, okay, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I exercise, I try to do everything I can to live a healthy life, but it's about your relationships. Number 2 in the thing was about who you speak to when you're walking around. Do you say hello to people? Do you smile? And then that was with the outside crowd. The number 1 is your relationship with your family. Find those positive people who are going to make sure and who are going to believe in you. And trust me, there won't be anything that you cannot accomplish. Because the 12 years of being in business, I have managed to go from scratch. I invested exactly $3,000 after I lost my job as a chemist. I started out with 3 products, started sending them to Haiti. My grandmother went around selling them. Anybody who even tried to say something negative, hey, ça c'est petit, moi faire. Donc, moi, c'est un chiffre. ok, moi j'ai un produit, on ligne de produits, que ce soit pour cosmétique, donc ça veut dire que moi fais toute bagaille pour nous gagner une belle peau, ok. Donc à moi que moi-même moi bien maintenu pour moi. Donc ça veut dire que ce soit des petits moun 13 ans qui ont acné, que ce soit des grands moun 80 ans qui besoin crème pour pli dans peau pour retirer pli yo, moi j'ai toute qualité produit pour faire pour nous belle et des produits qui pas fait nous du mal parce que me connais haïtien yo nous aime mettre des produits avec hydroquinone qui fait pour nous et endommager qui ba nous cancer dans peau, mais c'est pour nous servir avec bons produits naturels pour aider nous.
OK. N'abdo merci Maya et puis tout si nous t'a besoin si nous gagne monde qui t'a remet connaît qui côté que peut joindre produit ça yo est-ce qu'on capable ba yo coordonner ou
Oui, moi j'ai un numéro OK qui est numéro 800 844 468 46 90. C'est 844 468 46 90. Nous mettrons les moins, mandez pour Maya, m'a toujours ba nous bon conseil.
Because one of the things that I've learned, us as a community dealing with the TPS issue, is we don't have a community. And the people who know me knows that when I have something to say, I just go ahead and say it. And I don't mean to offend nobody, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but one of the things that I realized over the past few years is as a community, we have a lot of issues. And one of our weaknesses is the fact that we just sit here, and then once something happens, everybody wants to do something. And then after that, we go back to our corner. You have immigration issue, everybody want to jump on the ship, let's have the Haitian, let's send and let's have a walk, let's protest and all those things. And then after a while, everything died. We don't have follow-ups, and because we don't have follow-ups, it's hard to stand up the way we need to as a community. I know Dodi was here earlier. Dodi is one of the people who was running for state rep in Miami. And we need more people like Dodi. We need more people to get engaged because we don't want every time something happens for us to be on 54th Street or 60th Street or 125 with our flag. We Haitian, we're so proud. We're not shipboard country. We want to, no. This is a host country. Anybody who comes here as an immigrant, the United States doesn't owe you anything. They don't owe you nothing. You're here not because you're supposed to be here, not because you have a right to be here. Basically, you're here as a favor. If you become a U.S. citizen, you're more protected under the law. However, every time, it's like I go to your house and I'm like, well, I want to stay here because, I have rights and I'm hungry. It doesn't work like that.
Have a nice day.
Okay, it does not work like that. And I realize a lot of the time, we sugarcoat those stuff and like, you know what, not right now, something happened and we all upset. But we have our own issue that we need to take care of. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our community. I heard people talk about earlier about, mental health or breathing. I don't need to breathe. I want us to breathe. And if I do well, if I help Marie-Jo get well, she's not gonna come and bother me because she's doing health for herself. And I would not be rude and say I'm sick and tired of it, but I'm tired of it because right now, as a community, we're not represented the way we're supposed to. The only reason is because we don't work together. We can't do anything together because every time you try to get something done, somebody always make a poor figure about your idea so you don't make it happen. But when you think about it, it's good to be healthy yourself, but I don't want to be that person who sit here and then think, well, we support, we did 1804, we want to beat everybody down. We have work to do as a community because I was telling somebody that earlier. I travel a lot in my line of work in terms of human rights and immigration work. I've been to
countless countries, Mexico, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Brazil, you name it. Everywhere Haitian goes right now, we have issues. And versus saying, well, they don't like Haitian, the racist, we have to fix our problem. We have to educate our people that we need to do better for ourselves. Because I don't know, I went to Mexico like when we have thousands of people at the border last year. Everybody was upset. Well, they don't like Haitian, they're racist. We're gonna do a march, Donald Trump. No, we have to fix our problem, and the way we do it is by supporting each other, by educating each other, by getting together and try to make it happen. Because think about it, all of those countries you have, I've seen, we make history. Today, like Toussaint Louverture, everybody speaks about Toussaint Louverture today, April 7th. We're so proud as Haitian, but we're not getting the job done. And to get the job done, we have to do that linear fella first thing. It's not fake, You see CC, you like me because I'm an attorney, you like, oh, you're smart, and then once I turn my back, oh, I hate that girl because she talks too much. Yeah, I know I talk too much, but guess what? We've been doing that for 214 years. It's nice to talk about mental health, it's nice to talk about ovarian cancer, it's nice to talk about we have rights as Haitian as a people, but we have to realize we have problem, and unless we fix our problem, nobody's gonna help us, nobody's gonna fix them for us, and nobody's gonna come to our rescue. We have to do some work on ourselves as a community, not as me, as Surette Michel, not as Marie-Jo Ramos, but we have to come together and say, you know what, something has to change, and it starts with me. Starting with me means getting together with somebody else. Let's cope. Like I said, what I've learned to be more serious about that, when we were negotiating about the TPS issue, we had a lot of people on the street saying, well, we don't like Haitian and things like that. And then for some reason, off the record, I ended up sitting at the table with the Haitian government when we went to DC to talk to the people here to say, hey, this is what we, and they look at, I'm sitting at that table thinking, I feel like a real idiot. It's like I'm asking those people to give me favor, but I'm so proud as a person, I have a big mouth, I can't say anything because we in a band, we need the help. And then when you look at these people telling you, you say, well, you know what, but why can't you guys fix your country? And I'm thinking, oops, yeah, they're right. And those are things that most of the time people don't want to talk about because they want to be liked. I know all of you like me, so I don't care about that. But we have a lot of issues, and it takes time, it takes patience, it takes, I don't know, sometimes you have to raise above, just to get together and get things done. Yeah. And guys, when it comes to that CPS issue right now, it doesn't matter how much protests we have, not everybody will be saved. If you have a family member who's going to Chile, tell them Chile is not taking in more people. Please don't send people money to Haiti for them to get the money and go travel to the DR and then for the Dominican Republic to send them back. Don't send them money. I know it's hard because I can't work in anybody's shoes in Haiti. M'pa ka ba ou moun ki page manger a Haiti. Si m'te ka bay tout manger, m'ta ba ou manger. Ou si m'te ka bay tout visa pour venir ici pour ou pas douce, m'ta ba ou visa. M'pa ka ba ou visa, mais yon n'a bagay que réaliser. Nous pas qu'à plaider tout le temps dit que nous devons ni l'heure pour nous commencer à faire bagaille pour faire pas nous pour le demander pour respecter nous so we can put our mouth for our money in. So I hope none of you have TPS. If you have TPS, you need a lawyer. My cards are over there. All right, guys, I'm done.
Nous tout invités dans la célébration 2e anniversaire RPTV, Whoopi Production Television, samedi 23 juin 2018 dans Casa Champêtre de Pembroke Pines, Florida, avec la performance de Capi du Tabo Combo et la vente signature de son tout dernier CD, Best of Afro-Caribbean Project Volume 7. Également au programme, véritable cocktail de blagues avec les meilleurs comédiens de la ville. Invité spécial, le grand chanteur Casimir, ancien lead singer des frères Desjans de Pétionville. Des artistes seront honorés. Rencontrez le staff de RPTV et dansez toute la nuit avec DJ Kiki, top DJ de la cité. Admission $20. CD Capi du Tabou Combo gratis pour chaque ticket acheté. Attention, ticket à vendre à l'avance seulement. Et les 954 729 2214 pour ticket Paula avec CD Paula. Deuxième anniversaire, RPTV Whoopi Production Television a déroulé dans Casa Champette, 7920 Pines Boulevard, Pembroke Pines, Florida, samedi 23 juin 2018, 10h du soir. Save the date! Whoopi Production Television RPTV en YouTube vous invite à prendre une note de la programmation quotidienne. Tous les lundis, Opinion Power sur un sujet d'actualité avec Carmel. Tous les mardis, Opinion PAM, l'éditorial de la télévision sur un thème saillant de l'actualité avec Whoopi. Tous les mercredis, réalité quotidienne vécue en Haïti, série de vidéos documentaires à caractère social en direct d'Haïti avec Rochely. Tous les jeudis, promotion totale, le marketing de vos soirées dansantes et de votre entreprise commerciale. Tous les vendredis, les grands dossiers politiques qui touchaient tout Haïtien de près ou de loin. Tous les samedis, Whoopi Culturel TV Show, le magazine de l'actualité culturelle en Haïti et en diaspora. Tous les dimanches, moments spirituels pour rendre gloire à Dieu. Whoopi Production Television RPTV, une programmation dynamique pour une audience toujours branchée. Pour publicité et information, 954 729 2214.